when we're doing compound interest, sometimes it is not compounded annually. And in these questions, we talk about when it's compounded half yearly, every 4 months, quarterly, monthly, weekly, daily, and so on. So we're going to talk about how that affects when we're working out compound interest problems. You'll notice that rate says rate per period and N says number of periods. And that's got to do with how many periods there are per year. If we think about half yearly, well, that would have a first half of the year and a second half of the year. So the number of periods would be 2. If we talked about quarterly, there'd be 4. Monthly, there would be 12 periods. Weekly, there'd be 52, and so on. You'd be able to work it out from there. So let's take this first question as our example. A loan of $5,000 is taken at a rate of 5% per annum for 5 years, compounding half yearly. So we change the principal to 5,000. We change the rate to 5%. The number of periods, the number of years is 5. But then what we have to do is add another variable, and we're going to call it F for frequency. F, and I'm going to change this to excuse my spelling. And what we're going to do here is we're going to put in how many periods there are per year. So we use a math box, F ... equals, and for this first question, it's half yearly, so the number of periods is 2. What that then needs to do is we need to think about the rate per period. And if it was 5% per annum, obviously over the course of the year, well, that would be 2.5 in the first and 2.5 in the second half of the year. So we go 5% divided by F. What that is doing is it's dividing whatever the interest rate is per annum by the number of periods that we've defined down here. We need to do the same thing to the number of periods. However, if there's 5 years and we're compounding every half year, there'd be 2 in the first year, 2 in the second year, 2 in the third year, and so on. So what we have to do is we have to times the amount of years by F, and that gives us 10. So a quick recap of what we've just done. We put in all of the information from our question as per normal. However, because it's compounding half yearly, we added the frequency being the amount of times it's compounding each year. So in this case, it's 2. And we needed to change the interest rate per annum to whatever the interest rate is per period. So 5% divided by the amount of periods gives us that. And the number of periods, we needed to times the years by the number of periods because there was 5 years and 2 periods every year, so that equals 10. What that gives us an answer of is 6,000, so the A equals $6,400.42. Now that's going to be important for us moving forward. You'll notice this next question says it's the same question, 5,000 at 5% per annum for 5 years, compounding every 4 months. So if we think about that, every 4 months would be 3 periods in 1 year. There's the first 4 months, the middle 4 months, and the next 4 months. So the amount of periods in a year this time is 3. All we have to change is the F. The rate stayed the same, the number of years stayed the same, and because we changed F, 5 times 3 is 15, and 5% divided by 3 is 0.0167. So we can see that the answer for this question is $6,406.91. So it's gone up by about $6 if we compound it just one more time for the year. Next question, it's talking about quarterly. Again, so we just need to change the F to 4, and you'll notice that this time the A has gone up to $6,410.19. The next question is monthly. Again, we just need to change this. So the amount of times per year is 12. So we put 12. This will all change. So A is $6,416.79. Again, it is going up from our initial 6,400. So you can see that however more times it is compounded per year, the amount of money will go up. The last two would be weekly and daily, being 52 weeks and 365 days. You should be able to work those guys out from there. The last 6 questions are all different. So you'll have to change the principal, you'll have to change the rate, you'll have to change the amount of times per year because it's compounded monthly here, weekly here, daily here, and so on. So you should be able to do those ones by changing all of these different things. Remember that F will always stay there because all we need to do is change F here, and these rates and the number of periods will change.